former Olympic champion and two-time world champion, still to come in our main event. He takes on Buck Smith here on the deuce for Breland, his second fight in his comeback. Bob Papa along with Al Bernstein back at the Palace at Auburn Hills. And Al, we took a look at Mike Clark winning the lightweight division. What about some of the champions in that division?
Well, we're going to get a chance to see in the match coming up Philip Holiday, who is the IBF champion, taking on Jeff Fenech. He might be one of the lesser known of the champions in this fight. With Fenech is his chance to really show the world that he is a lightweight to be reckoned with.
Jeff Fenech looking for that fourth world title in a different weight class. In and out of retirement, could he have much left?
Well, he certainly has had only 3 fights in the last 4 years, so the question is, what does he have left and how much ring rust will there be? Holiday, a very active fighter from South Africa, so he presents a real challenge to Fenech.
Well, Philip Holiday is the IBF lightweight champion. He hails from South Africa, taking his act to Melbourne, Australia to take on one of Australia's favorite sons, Jeff Fenech. Let's take a look at the action from Melbourne this weekend. Championship, the Glass House, Olympic Park in Melbourne, Australia. Philip Holiday in the white trunks, Jeff Fenech in the black trunks, and Al for Philip Holiday. He is the reigning champion and very impressive at 27-0.
Very good boxer who might not have the top reputation that goes with a championship already, but facing a former legend in Jeff Fenech hopes to add to his resume.
Fenech, the former IBF bantamweight champion and the WBC super bantamweight champion and WBC featherweight champion. He is as big a star as you get in Australia. He was the 1985 Male Athlete of the Year, very popular in Australia.
And his problem, of course, coming back, he's only fought 3 times in the last 4 years. So ring rust, a problem for him, especially against a skilled opponent like Holiday.
He retired once to play rugby. And Holiday, also an outstanding athlete, competes in triathlons with his specialty in marathon running. And he also does a lot of canoeing.
He is taking it right to Jeff Fenech. Fenech very timid here in this first round. He's normally been a good counterpuncher, but also a guy that likes to be aggressive.
Fenech in the black, Holiday in the white. This is round number 1. The referee is Robert Byrd from the United States.
Holiday mixing his attack to both the body and the head pretty well. And you see Jeff Fenech trying to counter him. Fenech had 2 memorable bouts with a zoo. Oh, big right hand by Holiday. He's got that overhand right working.
So far, it's been Holiday who has been the aggressor past the midway point of round number 1.
Fenech working on the inside. He had always been a very good inside fighter in his glory days when he was a champion.
The obviously partisan crowd in Melbourne cheering Jeff Fenech on. 1 minute to go in round 1, but Philip Holiday in the white has controlled most of the action here in round 1.
Holiday using that jab to set up the overhand right. Even when he paws out there with it, it attracts Fenech's attention.
There's a good right hand from Holiday. And a left, and Fenech is hurt. Down he goes.
Did a great job of setting up that overhand right, and he really rocked Jeff Fenech with it. There he tries it again, just misses.
Holiday has 2 first-round knockouts in his career of his 15 career knockouts. Holiday putting the pressure on.
Fenech needs to get off those ropes, and he does a good veteran, what a good veteran does, which is tie up his opponent.
That is the end of round 1. A very good first round for Philip Holiday.
Tough one for that man, Jeff Fenech, who, as I mentioned, has not had much action in recent years. And he got in trouble in the first round when he got himself backed in against the ropes. And this was Holiday starting his troubles with an overhand right. He had worked to the body to set that punch up, and once he got Fenech in trouble, went to town and hurt him with the left hook, and really it almost is a knockdown right there when he's against the ropes. And then Robert Byrd steps in, and from another angle, you'll see how he feints with the jab. See how he's setting things up with the jab, feints to the body, and comes over with the overhand right. So a great beginning for Philip Holiday. Let's look at some of the keys to victory. For Fenech, to be aggressive, keep his head down and pursue. His head was up. And for Holiday, the jab, which he worked very well, and of course his size advantage, a big advantage as well.
Round number 2 underway. Holiday won the IBF lightweight crown back in August with a 10th round TKO of Miguel Julio. Fenech, who held world championships in 3 different weight classes, trying again for a 4th world title in a different weight division.
And for Jeff Fenech now, it is a matter of surviving these early rounds so he can get into a better mode for himself. But the Holiday power has already had a huge impact on him.
Holiday with 3 career knockouts in round number 2.
And this is not the normal Jeff Fenech game plan. While he is a good counter-puncher, he is not normally moving quite this much. So he's been forced into a mode that he doesn't really want.
The younger Holiday right now just walking through Fenech when need be. Holiday in the white, Fenech in the black.
Holiday using his jab here very effectively.
Fenech trying to just bull his way in. And finally, referee Robert Byrd steps in and separates the fighters. Fenech was knocked down in round number 1. Comes Holiday.
Boy, Holiday's used that jab so effectively to set things up with the right hand.
Fenech ducks away from danger there.
Fenech is throwing a lot of punches with his arms.
Let's go.
Approaching 1 minute to go in round 2. Philip Holiday, the IBF lightweight champion in the white. Jeff Fenech, former 3-time champion, in the black. Fenech again with a little combination.
And of course everything he does.
Oh, and a right hand hurts Fenech, and down he goes. That one came from South Africa.
The overhand right does it.
And that is it. Referee Robert Byrd stops the fight in the 2nd round. Jeff Fenech has probably been knocked back into retirement.
The overhand right by Holiday was a weapon that worked throughout this quick bout. And in this instance, he didn't even need to set up with a jab or anything else. Instead, he just winged that overhand right, and his power was too much for Jeff Fenech. And you are certainly right. I'm sure Jeff Fenech will be headed for retirement, and this time probably for good. Having long ago secured his place as one of the finest boxers in Australian history, if not the finest.
218 of... It comes at 2:18 of round number 2. Philip Holiday has defended his IBF lightweight championship. And when you think about the lightweight championship, you think about Pernell Whitaker reigning in that weight class, but now that division is very obscure.
Well, there are some champions who would like to make their name. People like Ghazi Nasserov, Jean-Baptiste Mendy, Philip Holiday, and perhaps as they get to fight better people, maybe their names will be thought of along with the Whitakers and the like.
And Oscar De La Hoya had it in the WBO, but he's ready to move up.
He's going up to junior welterweight for the match with Chavez, and then probably in the near future up to welterweight. So he's long gone from the lightweight division.
Well, the former welterweight champion and now fighting in the junior middleweight division, Mark Breland, making the 2nd fight of